And says we're live. So, time to continue trying to figure out why this creeper's been creeping. And why everybody in this hotel seems to know each other. Like, so far, like, how many of our guests, like, know each other? Okay, it's like 2, but then there's another guest who is stalking another 2 guests. I don't know. It's very strange. It's all very strange. Indeed.
That key looks so familiar.
Okay.
Why do I associate it with room 505?
Look at this.
Ah, there you are. With Marcella. God knows where she is.
So they both have... Oh yeah, they're this...
Clarington
Yep.
Hotel reception desk, Beth speaking. Bean.
Calling her
I've been
again.
meaning to speak with you.
Oh, about what?
Uh-oh.
Well, a little birdie told me Mr. Morgan and Mr. Cruz had an argument yesterday evening.
Really? Who's your little birdie?
Shock.
Oh,
Apparently it got so heated he had to get involved.
all
And listen
right.
to this. It sounds like I was on the right track, because he heard a particular word thrown around quite a lot.
Which one?
Wanna guess what it is?
Tell me. Affair.
Fair?
Bingo.
Yep. Not blackmail.
Did Jack hear anything else?
From what he told me, it seemed like Mr. Cruz was accusing Mr. Morgan of having an affair with his wife.
Oh, he's really far
I
off.
expected Mrs. Cruz to fall for men like Morgan, but I guess the heart wants what the heart wants.
Maybe, but that doesn't explain Mrs. Beaumont's involvement with Mrs. Cruz.
What do you mean?
I found a chest in room 507. I think it can only be opened by turning.
Yeah,
2
someone's
keys at
definitely
once.
having an
I
affair,
found
all right.
one of them in Mrs. Beaumont's things.
Oh, and the other one?
Well, I remembered seeing a similar key in one of Mr. Morgan's stocking pictures, so I went back to check. Mrs. Cruz wears it as a pendant. It looks identical to Mrs. Beaumont's key.
Wait, so Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz own identical keys that are both needed to open a mysterious chest?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely something going on here.
Yeah. Oh, they're the ones having the affair.
Mrs. Cruz and Mrs. Beaumont might be the ones having the affair.
That's an interesting theory. Did you find any clues that might support this?
Well...
Concrete. I mean, I did find a letter that suggests they may have gone to college together, but they could just as well be good friends, right?
In the historical sense, good friends.
I guess we'd know for sure if we could have a look at that chest, but I don't think I'll be able to open it. I've looked around room 509. I would have seen the second key if it was there. Mrs. Cruz must have left with it this morning.
Yeah.
We were so close. I can't believe it all ends here.
Well, hold on. I may have an idea.
Ah.
Get me a candle and some plaster, and maybe I can do something about
Okay.
that pesky chest.
How?
I'll tell you later. Just find me those things, and I'll meet you in the basement. As soon as
Where?
I
Find them
manage to get
where?
closed.
All right. Thank you for not giving up.
Come on, you know I wouldn't let you down.
I mean, yeah, cast is a smart idea, but where am I going to find those things? A candle and some plaster. Plaster shouldn't be hard to find in a... Yeah, it is undergoing renovations. Expensive ones, apparently.
Plaster and candles. Well, half the
Okay.
hotel's under renovation. I should be able to find plaster somewhere around here.
One would certainly hope. I really hope so. Okay. I really should shut the door. Not that anyone's actually come back. Like, they make it sound in the beginning like someone might, but they do not. Which is maybe for the best, considering I'm snooping around, and that might scare the bejesus out of me. Man, that is some snow. Oh, oh!
Hey,
Blaster!
half of this little scavenger hunt. As for the candles, doesn't Rebecca keep some in her locker downstairs?
Right. That's easy enough. We can do that too. It's sort of weird. Because
Probably
it's
find the rest
like
of what I need in the basement.
a mystery game crossed with a cleaning simulator. Which is interesting. But not two flavors I would have thought to put together. Okay, yes. Say no to divorce. Hmm?
Why things go missing around here? Sometimes
Huh.
it feels like the hotel just gobbles things up.
Okay. That's a little concerning, considering they're having money concerns as well. They are absolutely blocking corridors with their luggage.
Carol seems sweet.
Uh-oh.
If I wasn't so bad around new people, maybe we could be friends.
Ah, new person to experience the...
Candles, candles,
Okay,
candles.
so I need...
I think
That
back to
is the men's lockers. Right. In here. Wait, he... Oh, he fucked off. I don't blame him. Oh yeah, master key. Let's see. Hey, my locker. Put the
We're getting
tips
somewhere.
in the tip jar.
Now, to resist the temptation to spend it on a burger at Harry's.
I mean, I get you, girl. A really good burger is nothing to sneeze at. Ooh, what's in her locker? I know we shouldn't snoop. I know, but...
Wait,
Wow!
you bet? What on earth led to this picture being taken?
Oh my gosh. That is actually really cool. Right? That's amazing.
Cat. That's a bar not too far from here, isn't it?
Hmm.
Are you looking to buy land? I
Ooh.
know you grew up on a farm.
Can we,
Maybe
like,
looking to get back to nature?
like, retire together out to some land and live happily ever after? That would be amazing. Okay, so probably stop. Okay, we need Rebecca. Oh no, poor Wendy. Yeah, her locker's largely cleaned out. Oh, I feel bad about that. I had no idea I could save her. There's Rebecca. Oh. Rebecca, the VIP in in room 602 is getting on my nerves. Keeps ordering food that's not on the menu. We don't usually do special orders, but Bernard was adamant that we make all of his wishes come true. Do I look like a goddamn genie? That's not even the worst of it, though. Every night he barges in the kitchen as if it was his home, asking for his meat for his precious little terriers. Who feeds dogs $4 roast beef? I can't even afford $4 roast beef for myself. Bobby. Ah, must be nice being rich. Minty drops? Oh, those are not minty drops. I mean, they are, but, like, those are something very particular. And the junior mints. Yep, there it is. That I was escaping my mind, but yes, they're junior mints.
We do have a stash of candles. But where is it?
Rebecca, the kitchen is out of power again, and I can barely see a thing. Bernard wants us to continue working, but I'm not risking chopping off my fingers for that blowhard. Didn't you start hoarding candles since the last power outage? I remember you saying you never wanted to be caught in the dark basement again. Where's your stash? It's urgent. Please, Bobby. Okay. Kind of like Bobby. He's pretty...
Maybe Bobby took some candles from Rebecca already. Yeah, he's So, maybe in his locker? I mean, it's worth a shot.
Man, it's a kind of messy. Oh, hey, the break room's open. Nice. I can get my actual key. And put the master key back. Whoa. I'd believe that of Linda. Oh. Oh, I hope they at least get back together. There's a famous movie director in 602. I don't know who he is, because it must be important because Barnard was almost licking his boots. Well, Jack did done fuck up, so we should realize. Shooting a picture in Montreal. Heard he's here on Scout. Think he'll shoot in the hotel. We could meet famous actors like James Dean. Let's hope the director has supernatural powers, because Dean is very much dead. What? James Dean is dead? Oh, man. Oh, no. Yeah, this is like right after his death, I think. There was something in the newspaper there. Oh. I think it was. Huh. Oh. Not only stealing her lunch, but not even giving her the Tupperware back. That shit's expensive today, never mind back then. Mikey.
Gotta hold on to these tight.
Pick up. Yeah, no. Give the Tupperware back, how dare you? Uh-huh. What are they playing? I have no idea what that is. I need to go put the master key back. Knowing my luck, it'll be used to, like, get me, like, executed or something if I don't. I mean, I certainly hope not. Back. Safe and sound. I mean, I suppose, yes, but on the other hand, Linda may have framed Wendy to get her fired, so... Right, I was looking for Bobby's locker. If it's not here, then I'll have to find the kitchen. Is this what I...
Candles, but this looks like the laundry room.
That must be where she's keeping her stash, then. In the laundry room. Okay. I guess. Right? A treasure map to candles. Candle stash note. And candle stash plan. I guess you gotta do what you gotta do.
It would make sense for Rebecca to keep her candles by her workstation.
And yeah, honestly, I wouldn't want to be caught in a power outage in this basement either. So. Becca, the washing machines are not broken. The problem comes from the pipe. They're completely frozen. It's only a matter of time before they burst and flood the entire basement. I've warned Bernard about this issue last winter, but of course he only cares about renovating the parts of the whole hotel the guests can see. From that nice facade, everything is crumbling. I'll see what I can do, but it's not maintenance we need. It's a freaking miracle. Eugene. Oh, dear. This whole place is gonna fall in on itself. Yeah, Bernard is clearly bad at his job. And he's having an affair with Linda, which is all kinds of you.
Ooh, is this a movie script?
Huh. Interesting. Needs more murders. Add killer tornado? Question mark. Sure. I mean,
The map in Bobby's locker obviously refers to the laundry room.
who doesn't
Just to find
need
spot marked
a
with
killer
X.
tornado in their movie? Candles.
Stash uncovered. You got a candle. Now, what next? Let's see if Beth is around.
Where was I supposed to meet her? Okay. Oh. Every movie needs a killer tornado, clearly. Oh, what have we here?
Happy is really getting to Bobby.
Rebecca, I confess, I'm about to commit murder. I wouldn't confess that in this hotel. I don't care who he is, how rich he is, how famous he is. The VIP guest in 602 is a goddamn psycho. He ordered room service this morning, but somehow the plates got mixed up and he receives eggs instead of pancakes. It happens, right? Well, the man rushed to the kitchen in a frenzy and yelled at us for 10 minutes straight, saying eggs are disgusting and he hates them. I should have told him he's disgusting and I hate him. Thought of spitting in his next meal, but before leaving, he swore he'd never order anything from our kitchen ever again. Without a shadow of a doubt, this is the worst establishment I've ever visited, he said in his pompous accent. If he ever sends his clothes downstairs to be cleaned, can you give Mickey a good friend and stitch all of his pockets? Any other form of sabotage would do too. I know you're creative. Just be careful not to arouse too much suspicion. Bobby. I like the cut of Bobby's jib here. Something. Sew all his pockets shut, etc., etc. I'm
There
sure she
you
could find
are.
ways. Yes,
I'm not
here
sure
I am.
understand what the plan is here.
Well, when I was little, we had padlocks on many of the farm's sheds. My dad would always use the keys, so one day he made a mold of them using wax and plaster. I was thinking of doing the same.
Are you sure it's gonna work?
Absolutely not.
Hmm.
But hey, I guess we won't know until we try.
Yeah, you're right.
So let's do this.
Time to
Okay.
make a key.
To start, we need to pour the wax from the pot.
Oh, you want... Oh, no. You want me to do this? Are you sure you want that? Oh, no. Okay.
Have you done this before? You're a real pro.
What?
Now, time to put the key into the wax.
It's a real blow. I was just trying not to...
Give it a few seconds, so the mold
Hold
really
on.
takes form.
That's not what's next.
What?
Okay, I think you can remove it.
There we go.
Well, we're almost there. Just pour the cup of plaster into the mold.
Oh, yeah, no way any of this could go wrong. Is plaster strong enough to be a
Alright.
key, though?
Now we wait for it to dry.
How long do you think it's gonna take?
I don't know. I guess we'll keep poking it every now and then.
I bet you didn't think you'd be making a plaster key today, huh?
Indeed. But I like it. It's rare that this job allows me to use my creative side.
Your creative side.
Well, granted, this key won't end up in any museum, but I enjoy the occasional artistic endeavor.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no. Let's not bring that up. I don't want to make it look like I don't want her to know I was snooping on
John?
her.
Oh, God, no. I once drew a dress that everyone mistook for a birthday hat. I never drew again after that.
Oh, no.
What about you? Haven't I seen you drawing in that journal of yours?
Yeah, I doodle a little.
Hey, you should show me one day. I'd love to see your art.
Okay, but promise not to laugh.
What? I never, ever do that. I know I make fun of pretty much everything, but not people's art. That's their soul. I'm sure it's beautiful.
Aw.
What do you like to draw anyway?
It's kind of silly, but I've started working on this little comic in which I imagine my life as a celebrity.
A celebrity?
Yeah. I've always found the lives of famous people so fascinating, you know? And I kind of envy them sometimes. All the drama. the
Don't envy
excitement.
that.
Yeah, because we're really lacking in drama and excitement today.
Well, today's the exception.
I'm sure there's something else in your life that excites you.
Oh.
I do like sailing.
Excuse me? You sail? On a boat?
I used to, with my grandpa. But when he died,
Oh, gosh,
we had
that
to sell
sucks.
the boat to pay off his debts.
Oh, that's too bad. I would have loved to go with you.
Ooh. I can flirt again.
Maybe it'd be possible to borrow a boat for a day. I think one of Grandpa's friends still has his.
Really? That would be great. I just love trying new things.
I'll see what I can do.
Hey, look. I think it's dry.
I don't know how long pasta actually takes to dry.
I could not have done this without you.
Yeah, probably not. Well, I should get back upstairs before Bernard notices my absence. If he hasn't already.
Bernard's a
You know
jerk.
how it goes with the key. Oh, and be careful while turning it, okay?
Oh.
I wouldn't want it to break inside the lock.
Ah! Now you tell me.
Thank you for everything.
Oh, no. Let's clean that up. I don't think that would be a wise thing to
Got 2 keys.
leave
Now,
sitting around.
let's test them out.
As it is if something goes really wrong, my fingerprints are going to be on, like, everything. Actually, they didn't really have fingerprint technology that was very reliable overall at this point, I don't think. It's a lot newer than a lot of people realize. At least the reliable form of it. Yeah, true. I am the maid, of course. I'm just cleaning things. Yes, including the safe. I totally was cleaning the safe dial. I was shining it up. Oh, wow. Had a spam. That's so cute. Baby's first spam. Baby first chat spam. Oh no.
Be careful, Sophie. You don't want this key to break.
Of course I gotta do this part manually. Oh. Okay.
Shoot.
God damn it! I tried so hard. I got so far. And I'm not gonna finish that joke, I promise. Okay.
Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles.
Okay. From the first one, take the first 2. From the last one, take the last 2. Oh no. God, these people will not stop with the puzzles. Okay.
Huh. Marcella invited you to the movies. Let me guess. You said yes.
The postman always rings twice. Will you come with me on movie tickets, Lowe's Theater, Montreal, Canada, admit fun. Oh, there's so much stuff in here. They've been using this cipher for a long time. Pick it up. No! Let's throw this bit away. Then it'll be harder to tell what happened here. Dear Anne, I've just heard her Doris Day on the radio, and it made me think of you. I know how much you love Sentimental Journey. Last time I was in Texas, it felt like coming home. Now I strangely feel away from home. I wish you were here with me. I always feel at home in your arms. I can hardly believe it has been 5 weeks since we last saw each other. Sometimes I wonder if I might be going crazy. You are always in my head. Everything reminds me of you. Not only songs on the radio, but silly things like the flowers in our garden that smell of your shampoo. Or when people say the word darling and I can hear you say it in your lovely French accent. I can't really do a French accent, so you're gonna have to live with that. My family seems to have noticed my odd behavior, but of course I cannot tell them about you, even though I wish I could. I feel like climbing on the roof of the tallest building in Austin and shouting my feelings for you at the top of my lungs. God, I sound like a giddy teenager in love for the very first time. Maybe I am. Sometimes I'm scared that all this time with you was nothing but a dream too good to be true. I'm afraid that when I return to Montreal, I'll realize you never existed, or if you do exist, you don't remember me. I should have pictured the two of us, so I know for sure it was real. I long for your embrace and the taste of your sweet lips. I love you, M. Oh yeah, definitely just friends. Absolutely just gals being pals. So this is from 47. Dear Anne, I'm sorry it took me so long to answer your last letter. Had it been 6 months already since I left Montreal? What is that? I don't speak French, but something about time passing fast or something like that? Time passes so fast. Oh, guess I understand a little more French than I thought. My parents are glad I'm done with my studies. They always thought it was a strange idea for me to go to university. Now they want me to find a husband and have children like any other woman. I think I will. These past few months, I had a lot of time to reflect on our relationship. You know my feelings for you, and I hope you never forget how much I love you. We can't hide our heads in the sand any longer. We were lucky our story lasted as long as it did. I'm foolish to think it would last forever. Our love is forbidden, and hiding it from my family is proving more and more difficult every day. You'll always have a special place in my heart, but I believe it's time for us to go our separate ways. You made me feel like a teenager. You made everything but the present disappear. Now I need to be an adult and think about the future. Sincerely, M. Oh, that's a bummer. That sucks. Okay, well.
That riddle's a toughie. Maybe I need a fresh pair of eyes on it.
It needs a 4-letter... I need to figure out 2 5-letter words both related to Anne and Marcella's past. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. Okay. Let's see. Gosh.
There's no shame in asking for help, Sophie. 2 heads are better than 1, especially when dealing with riddles.
Well then. Let's ask for help.
Clarington Hotel reception desk. Beth speaking.
Hey, Beth. Got a minute?
For you, always, Bean.
I opened the chest in room 507.
You did? Damn, I have to admit I didn't really believe in our little plaster key, but way to go.
Yeah, well, the key did break inside the lock. I hope this won't lead back to us.
I mean, I did get rid of the rest of the
Because we
evidence.
can always flee the country together.
Ooh.
I hear Mykonos is quite nice this time of the year. So, spill it. What's in the chest?
A riddle.
A riddle?
I
A riddle.
think it was written by Mrs. Beaumont for Mrs. Cruz. And I think the answer will give me the combination for a case I found in room 509. I could use your help with it, though.
Oh, God, I hate riddles. Well, let's hear it. Which part is causing you trouble?
Yeah, there's some love letters. Right. Both of these are causing me trouble, but
Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Do you know what this could mean?
You said Mrs. Beaumont wrote the riddle, right?
Yeah, but I have no idea what her favorite bar is.
I think I do.
Oh.
Really? How?
That's a story for another time. But if I had to bet, I'd put my money on the white cat.
The
Okay.
white cat.
Oh. Oh. Oh, that's what I think it is, isn't it? Yeah. We found the white cat, what's the word? The matchbook in Beth's locker. It's like one of those. I guess they were fairly undercover at the time, but it was a bar. It's a bar for lesbians.
I think I get it.
Well, that wasn't too hard, was it?
Was there an actual cat?
Here's another one. Her alliterative name will surely take you back.
Alliterative what now? Andrew, you're a nerd. What's alliterative?
Hey, just because I read books doesn't mean I know everything.
You know the answer to this one.
Okay. It's a series of words that start with the same sound or letters.
Thank you, darling. Did you get that, Bean?
Yeah, I did.
But
But that could mean a lot of things. I'm not sure where to look.
Yeah, me neither.
Tell her to look for a name and surname that both start with the same letter. Maybe it's someone famous, like a writer or a singer.
Huh.
ooh, what was the name of the writer who did all the trashy lesbian books?
Anything else I can help you with?
No, that's all. Thank you.
Don't mention it. I'm just glad I could be of some help. Call me after you open that case.
You know I will.
You're right, true, that's true. Doris Day was mentioned. Oh my goodness, yeah. Let me see. Yes, okay, one of these. This one here. I should be able to, yep.
Doris Day. That's an alliteration, isn't it? Doris. I-S.
I-S. So, no, not that. What was the riddle again? No. No. This one. So, White and Doris, I think. Oh, yeah. Oh. Was it Marcella who had the cat collar? Oh.
Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative
A black
name
cat.
will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles.
Cause yeah, I do remember seeing a collar, but I'm trying to remember where. On the bed. Oh, that's right. Greta, and Doris are the two names there. Let me see. Can I?
A cat named Greta. G-R.
Gris. Which is like, it's pig in Swedish or Danish, but I think they're going for gray. Okay, I need to, let's put all the letters back. Close. Must not.
So G-R from Greta and I-S from Doris. Great
Sort the
Deputy Cole put his
keys?
face on the beat in
Oh.
509.
I don't know if I can do anything about the key. Inspect. Pick up. Close. Oh, put letters back. I didn't mean to take out. Close. It's sort of, I like how it sort of makes you really think about your actions, because like things that we would normally not even think of and we would just do carelessly, you can't get away with necessarily here. The key was in the plate there. I put it back. I don't know what to do about that plaster bit, but I don't know if that would be easy to trace back to me. Gosh, I sure hope not. Close the door. No, close it. Okay, so we're going to back to 509. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but normally in games, if you, like, you just leave things... Oh, I should not leave that. Leave things sitting around, but, I don't think the roses were anything to do with me. So maybe I should pick them up. Think? A typewriter?
There's a lot of stuff in here. I don't think I've looked at everything yet.
That is definitely not what I was expecting.
Bridget Boswell. Is actually you, Marcella?
Wait. Dear Marcella, or should I say Bridget. You know I prefer a good old crime story, but last week I came upon a romance novel with an intriguing title, and they were roommates. I bought it on impulse at a train station, and read it from cover to cover during the journey. Oh my god! Okay, now that is a twist I did not see coming, but explains why she has so much money in her bank account. Can you imagine my surprise when I recognized our story? You may have changed the names and locations, but all of our moments are there. Our endless discussions in the dorm room, our first date at the theater, our trip to Quebec City. You often said writers are thieves, but I never fully understood until now. It's true, we are. We take everything with our dirty little fingers. We steal it all and put it in our books. It has been almost 10 years since I received your last letter. The letter painted our relationship as nothing more than a summer fling. First, I could not believe you had written those words. Then I waited in vain for you to answer, and had to accept your love for me had never been real. For many years, I was heartbroken, angry, confused. I questioned the nature of our feelings, of our attraction, and made many wrong decisions. But this book, your book, am I foolish to think it's proof you really loved me? In any case, I hope you're well and happy to see you accomplished your dream of becoming a writer. Aww.
Oh, Anne. Murder might be a bit much, but
What?
you deserve some kind of justice.
Dear Marcella, I didn't expect you to reply to my letter, but I'm happy to see I was wrong. Your words have comforted me in a time of great distress. If only Louis was half the man you say Hector is. He has quite a temper and hits me frequently. I'm able to put up with it as long as he doesn't hurt Michael. But there are some days when it becomes almost unbearable. The other day I dreamt of our first date. We were watching The Postman Only Rings Twice again. Suddenly we were in the movie. You were Lana Turner and I was John Garfield, and we were both plotting to kill my husband. I hate to admit it, but I almost hoped it was premonitory. Oh god, that's a terrible word. I hate it. To answer your question, I do still have our box. My brother's currently in Atlanta for work, and I was thinking of going to see him with Michael next month. If you're able to meet me, we could open the box together and laugh at the silly things we thought important all those years ago. I hope to see you soon. P.S. Do you remember that secret language we invented so Sister Miller couldn't understand the notes we passed during her class. And the language, I still do. Oh.
I do like a happy ending. I just hope that's where your story is headed.
Dear Marcella, thank you for sending me a signed version of your latest novel. I think it's your greatest work yet, but I do have a few comments to help make the next one even better. First, I believe Rose should be more concerned with what she deserves than with what her husband deserves. He may not deserve the pain she will cause by leaving him, but they both deserve to be happy, and they won't be as long as they remain together, as long as she doesn't listen to her own needs. Also, I think it would be great if your next novel ended on a more positive note. Imagine if Rose left her husband and rode into the sunset with Eve. Imagine if they went to New York or Los Angeles, someplace where people like us are tolerated. Imagine if they got to have their happy ending. It would be the best story ever. I hope you will consider it. P.S. I know you say invisibility protects us, but don't you just wish to be seen sometimes? Wouldn't you like people to know you're Bridget Boswell, to recognize you on the street, to recognize you for your work? Why not publish your next novel under your own name? Oh, this is sort of sweet and heartbreaking at the same time.
Oh, so you came to Montreal under the pretense of celebrating your wedding anniversary. But all along, you meant to reunite with
Sophie,
Anne.
stop spoiling the letter before I even get to read it! I want to read the letter! I'm one of those weird little gamers who will read it all out loud, so please stop doing that. Dear Marcella, I left the house. I left Louis. I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't lie anymore. How do you do it? How do you manage to live a double life, to hide your work and your novels from your husband? I had so much less to hide, and yet... Michael and I are staying at the Clarington Hotel until we find a place to stay and the divorce is done. I don't know how long it will take. Could you come and see me in Montreal? I really need you by my side right now. P.S. Wouldn't put it past Louis to scour every hotel guest book in the region looking for me under his surname, so I've registered under the name Beaumont. Okay. So that's not her. Oh. Oh, you can throw these away. I know this might sound weird, but maybe I should. She talks about...
After all this, turns out you're a fan of Bridget? Of Marcella? That's a lot sweeter than I expected.
Oh, so these were the earliest letters. I didn't realize
I'm glad
that.
you were able to open up to Marcella like this.
That's... Oh my
I really
god.
need someone to
So they actually came back to each other because she was reading Marcella's books under their... Oh god. Under pseudonyms.
from my salary. So Marcella hired you.
Right?
But what
Is that...
for?
Or is this somebody different? Oh my god, I'm so confused. Oh no! Oh no! No! This is Morgan! Oh my god! What is going on here? Dear Marcella, although you don't know me, I think I can safely say I'm your biggest fan. Your novels have literally changed my life. After the war, I spent almost 10 years in a psychiatric hospital because of panic attacks. None of the treatments were working, and I wasn't getting any better. I became friends with one of the nurses who started lending me books so I could pass the time. I didn't really like the first ones, but then I picked up Bridget Boswell's first novel, your novel. I had never read such a beautiful love story. It almost brought tears to my eyes. I immediately urged the nurse to get me more of your books. Believe it or not, the more I read them, the less panic attacks I had. The doctors thought it was their new medication finally working, but I knew the truth. Your novels gave me the courage to get in contact with Lindsay, a friend from the war. I'd always felt for him. Oh, Lindsay's not a woman. The same way your characters feel for each other, but I'd never dared telling him. Now I have, thanks to you. The thought of seeing him again is what motivated me to get better and leave the hospital. I hope to hear back from him soon. After my discharge, I wanted to thank you for everything you've done for me. I discovered Bridget was a pseudonym, so tracking you down took longer than I thought. Fortunately, I'm a very patient and resourceful man, and I never give up. Paul, that sounded a little bit creepy, I'm gonna tell you. A little bit creepy. you think we can meet? I have so much more to tell you. Paul. Dear Marcella, thank you for answering my letter. I realize now how unsettling it must have been for you. A wee bit, yeah. Please forgive me for tricking your editor and giving me your address. I know I shouldn't have done that. No, that is not the best, Paul. I wanted to thank you as well for your encouraging words concerning Lindsay. I haven't heard from him, and I'm starting to fear I might have the wrong address. Wish I could take a train to Virginia, but that's not an option right now, as I can barely pay the rent. I guess I'll have to find a job. As a kid, I dreamt of being an actor, a Hollywood star. I know it's a foolish dream, but what else can I do? What am I good at? I've tried getting some odd jobs already, but employers turn me down as soon as they learn I've spent the last 10 years of my life. If it continues like this, I'll probably end up on the street like so many of my army buddies. Why am I even telling you all this? After reading your books and getting to know you through them, I tend to forget I am only a stranger to you. I hope you don't mind. You seem to be a good listener, and I've been feeling rather lonely ever since I left the hospital. Anyway, please tell me about your life, and do not hesitate to write long letters. I must have read your previous one 1,000 times already. Paul. Yeah, parasocial relationships are not actually a new thing. They've been around a while. Right. Dear Marcella, I just received a letter from Lindsay's mother. She tells me he's dead. Words cannot even begin to describe how empty I feel. He died 2 years ago before I even sent my first letter. You'll never know my feelings for him, and I'll never know if he could have loved me back. I guess I should have known this would end in pain, just like your novels. Oh, no. I wish I had Lindsay's ability to find beauty everywhere. Even during the war, amidst the death and chaos, he would marvel at the forests of Germany, at the sun, the birds. He loved birds so much. He could identify them just by listening to their song. I have to admit, your proposition took me by surprise. I was hesitant to leave home at first. I was afraid to miss Lindsay's answer, but now there's nothing keeping me here. I'm desperate for anything that will help me forget the pain, but I don't have enough money to make it to Texas. Do you think you give me an advance on my salary? In spite of everything, I'm really excited to know I'll finally meet you. Paul. Oh, no. Oh, I don't know what to do.
Let me get this straight. Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz are some kind of star-crossed lovers?
Seems like it, yeah. But I'm not sure whether they chose to meet here just to reconnect for a few days, or if there's something more to it.
Well, I may be able to help with that.
Okay.
Oh,
How?
some mail arrived earlier for Mrs. Beaumont.
Oh, boy.
I wonder what's in it.
We could open it.
I mean, that's kinda illegal.
Oh.
I think that ship has sailed, Sophie.
Yeah, I think it is.
Well, too late. I've always known
I love her so much.
So,
It's 3 train tickets. And, there's a tourism pamphlet for California.
California.
Well, it makes sense. It's much more progressive there than it is here.
So, Anna and Marcella want to go there to live their love freely.
Anne and Marcella, huh? You guys are best pals now?
Well, after reading so much of their correspondence, I kind of feel like I know them, you know?
Yeah. What about Mr. Morgan, though? I mean, Paul. How does he fit into all of this?
Well,
I think Marcella hired him. I found some letters Paul wrote to her. He said that her proposition took him by surprise, and that he'd need an advance on his salary.
What did she hire him for? To investigate her own affair?
I'm not sure. I didn't find the letter he was replying to.
And why did he have those pictures of you anyway?
good
I guess we'll
question.
never know for sure, but I don't think it was ever about me.
It's always been about Anne and Marcella.
Exactly.
Well, it feels a tad anticlimactic, but who needs drama, right?
At least it made our day pretty interesting.
It sure did. You know, after today, I think I get why you're so interested in the lives our guests lead. I try to forget they exist as soon as I'm done interacting with them.
Oh, traumas.
Once in a while, it's
I don't think
nice
this
to
is the
remember
end.
That, well, even the most put-together person could be an absolute mess on the other side of the door.
What about you? Who is Beth Lambert when no one's looking?
I like to think that with me, what you see is what you get. But maybe an extra Snoopy super sleuth could uncover a few more layers. Maybe
Ooh.
ones I didn't even know I had.
Challenge accepted.
Come see me when your shift ends, alright? We could leave together if you want.
Sure. If we're able to. With all that snow, I'm thinking maybe we'll have no choice but to spend the night here.
Oh.
Ooh, a sleepover. We could set up a pillow fort on the mezzanine.
A pillow fort? We do work in a hotel, you know. There are actual beds here.
Did we just
I know,
invite her to share a
my
bed?
way's so much more fun.
Well, we could take a page out of Michael's book and decorate it. And then spend the night throwing stuff at Bernard whenever he comes through the lobby.
Oh, now you're talking.
Yeah. Okay.
I just have to finish my tasks for the day, and then I can leave.
Okay. Oh boy. I'm sort of, what do I do? Because like, this is all proof of their affair, but what worries me is that Anne mentioned dreaming about killing her husband. Oh God, I hope that everything will be fine and no one gets murdered. But I have very bad feelings.
That ringing. Sounds like the elevator doors are jammed.
Uh-oh. Oh no. I've got a very bad feeling about this. Fuck. Doors. Oh no, I've got a very bad feeling. Oh! Oh no, that's not good. Oh, that's blood. There's blood on the... No, that's bad. Oh no. Someone's dead. Someone's very, very dead. Oh my God. Oh, that's not good. Oh no. Oh boy. Sophie, what are you doing? Don't touch anything. What are you don't touch anything! Oh God, she's touching things.
Mr. Cruz?
Why is he dead?
Mr. Cruz. Oh God. Oh God. What happened?
Oh God, I don't want to do this, but I should.
Is this about Paul? Does that mean...
Dear Mr. Cruz, thank you for reporting that guest's unacceptable behavior. We'll look into it as soon as possible. However, I regret to inform you that we cannot divulge a guest's personal information regardless of that guest's behavior. As I am sure you will understand, we are very concerned with our guest's privacy and our staff prides itself on discretion. Please contact us should the guest bother you again. Oh boy.
Mr. Cruz's life insurance policy. Why did he have this on him?
No one saw that. Fuck it. Throw it away. Oh, this is bad.
Let there be someone around who can help.
What? I feel bad, but like we've got a pair of women in love, one of them talking about husband murdering, and it doesn't even matter. Like, this could be completely something else, but the insurance thing would just... Oh god! Oh! Why did the lights go off?
I have to get the power back on.
Fuse box in janitor's closet. I'm okay. Oh no, there is somebody with this kind of skill set and got involved. Who's been hired by... Oh no. Oh, what a mess.
It's too big. I guess I'll need something pointier.
She doesn't say that very often. Okay. Is there anything else?
There's anything here that would
No.
help me.
Something pointier.
Think, Sophie, think. What can you use to open the fuse box?
Oh gosh, there's so much stuff. Oh my lord. I had a feeling it wasn't gonna end there, but I wasn't expecting, you know. It's sort of pointy, but wrong kind of pointy. It's like, so far it's largely been kind of eerie and intriguing, and not too much horror, which I don't necessarily mind, because, you know, eerie and intriguing does count. Like, that, in fact, honestly, a lot of modern day horror has forgotten, especially video games, has forgotten that eerie and intriguing are an important part of this whole business. Oh god. But, yeah. And then the lights go off right after I find a dead man's body. I wasn't expecting this to jump scare me, but that one got me. Okay, wow, it looks like some stuff really went... Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. Oh. God. Oh, this is...
Maybe an ice pick could pry open the fuse box.
Sweetheart, somebody's been stabbed to death, and you want to use what might be the murder weapon to open a fuse box. Oh god.
Okay. This looks like something I can use to open the fuse box. The fuse box. Just get to the fuse box in the janitor's closet, Sophie. It's not far.
But there's just... Oh no.
Poor Paul. Lindsay's death really hit him hard. He hasn't been in the best headspace.
Let's see. Bigger than expected. Big cities always make me feel lonely. Hotel is nice. Realize it's Valentine's Day. Hector and her were gone in a flash. I'm feeling more lonely than ever. Wishing Lindsay was here. Oh god, he's not in a good way.
So Paul just needed to pass the time while Marcella was away. That's why he was observing us.
Huh. Today I wanted to follow Marcella and Hector out of the hotel, but the sidewalks were so packed with people that I started having a panic attack. I tried taking a cab, and that's when I realized all out of money. It's been a while since Marcella's last payment, and the hotel room was more expensive than I had anticipated. I couldn't resort to selling the camera, so I decided to pawn my victory medal instead. It was hard letting it go after so many years, and also it felt strangely liberating. Maybe it's a sign I shouldn't be holding on to the past so much. To fight boredom until Marcella and Hector's return, I started looking at the hotel staff. I heard Andrew and Beth at their reception desk discussing books and movies. They both seemed like nice people, which found the courage to join the conversation. When you look at people all day and they never look back, you start feeling invisible. I noticed that Sophie, the maid in charge of cleaning the 5th floor, seemed to share my interest for other people's lives. Maybe I should try talking to her.
find the person who was sneaking out at night.
Who's sneaking out of their room? The question was driving me crazy since my first night at the hotel, so tonight I decided to investigate. I found a hiding spot near the ice machine, and with a nice view of the whole corridor. My camera's at the ready, but there's been no movement for at least 3 hours, and I'm fighting not to fall asleep. No need for Milton tonight. I thought being a detective would be more excited. Maybe Marcella's right. Maybe it's time I let go of Mr. Spade.
9:45? So, Anne and Marcella met here this morning while I was busy cleaning room 504.
Huh. Woke around 9:30 a.m. and realized I'd fallen asleep sometime in the early morning. I was about to go back to my room when the guest from room 507 came to sit on one of the chairs close by. She's been there ever since, and I don't dare leave my hiding spot in front of her. Marcella joined the guest from 507 around 9:45. Apparently she told Hector she didn't love him anymore, and he's now convinced she's cheating on him. That explains why he assaulted me out of the blue yesterday evening and accused me of having an affair with his wife. The guest from 507, I've learned her name's Anne, has just said she might have an idea how to solve their problem. I'm thinking of revealing myself, but I don't want to anger Marcella. The longer I wait, the more awkward it will be when I do come out. Maybe I should... Oh god, it cuts off there, and there's blood. Oh no.
Oh, so Paul's work with Marcella was to follow her around like a private investigator, to help her with research for her novel.
Oh no. Dear Paul, I'm sorry to hear you are in such a dire situation. You seem to possess a lot of useful skills, and it's a shame employers cannot see past your medical history. But don't despair. I've been writing novels for almost 8 years now. My publisher takes most of the sales revenue, but is still able to collect a substantial sum of money over the years. Now I'd like to use that money to hire you. I'm getting tired of romance novels, and I'm thinking of branching out into crime fiction. As a sort of research, I'd like you to follow me around town and take notes of my comings and goings. I'm aware that it's a very unusual job, but considering you were able to track me down, I think you'd make a great private detective. In addition to your salary, I would cover all work-related expenses, and you would, of course, be the first to read the manuscript when it's finished. Sincerely, M. So she hired him to follow her around, and her husband catches him around and thinks that they're having an affair. And, oh my god, what a mess. Yeah, I think we may have to dispose of some evidence here. I mean, I'm sorry a man is dead, but, like, it does seem like he actually was assaulting Paul on the assumption that there was an affair between him and Marcella. That's not okay.
Paul really got into his role.
Dear Paul, I hope spying on me isn't proving too exhausting. You've really inspired me so far, and I already have tons of ideas. The trench coats you bought were a nice touch. You look straight out of a film noir. I also noticed you started smoking. It's probably another way for you to get into character, but maybe that's pushing it a little too far. You know best, of course, but don't pick up drinking next. And at this rate, I should be able to start writing in 2 or 3 weeks. Thanks again for your help, M. I may have to dispose of a lot of evidence.
Followed Marcella to Montreal even though she was done with her research.
I do not require your services anymore. I'm starting to worry you're taking your role a bit too serious. You're not a real detective. You have to let go. Oh. I mean, I know she meant well, but I don't think hiring him for this was actually a smart idea because of his issues. He'd be... The potential for him to get too lost in the role would be huge. Cigarettes. A.B. Anne?
A.B. Anne Beaumont.
Is she in here too? Oh my god, what do I do? This camera is here. Yeah, I thought Beaumont was an illness, but maybe she has maybe her last name is something, it's either a maiden name or it could be something with a B and she just used a different B name. Oh. Oh boy. I hope I don't regret this. It's impressive that my shoes are not... Oh, wait, no, my shoes are leaving prints. But, I mean, I was trying to see if anyone was still here. I needed help. There's a dead guy. Of course, there's prints all over the place. There's blood everywhere! Oh, my word. I knew something more would happen, but I wasn't expecting murder. But yeah, I think it could have been, you know, he had assaulted Paul. Who knows if Paul even was able to keep in his right mind? He could have gone into a PTSD flashback at that moment and had no idea what was happening.
That worked, thank God. Now,
Oh no.
power back. Eugene, what I would give to have you with me right now. Your note will have to make too.
There's a power outage busy preventing another part of this whole hotel from collapsing. Here's what you do. Check fuse box plan for required amperage of each socket. Remove all blown fuses from socket. Tip blown fuses are usually blackened. Screw in new fuses and sockets. Make sure amperage is correct. Flick big lever to restore power. Eugene. Eugene's got very good explain it to me like I'm 5 energy, so there's that. So, okay. Is that one? The ones missing the type, I'm guessing, are the ones that have burnt out. I don't know what type of fuse that is. Crap.
Yes, this is what I need.
Okay. Okay. I mean, there's an A here, an S, a P. So let's see, an A is 15. So it has to be an A, right? Okay. Over here, we've got... Looks like it was a G. So...
How does Eugene do this again?
Or, no wait.
Fuses. I probably need new fuses.
I need to find more fuses. Sweet baby Jesus.
I don't think there's anything here that would help me.
But. Guess I already... There's fuses. Okay. Nope. However, I don't think I have an S. Oh no, I do have an S. Okay. And then I flick the lever. Bloop. Okay. This actually was some pretty good setup and explanation from Eugene. Props.
Power's back. Now I should go down to the lobby. Call the police.
Not before I put that ice pick back down and... Oh. I'm not carrying that around with me. That was the only stabby thing in close proximity of the murder. You can't just carry that. Oh, I should... I really have no idea what happened, but it does seem like Paul got jumped. I don't know what Anne was doing in here. And I may never know. So how are we getting down to the lobby when there's a dead body in the elevator? Yeah, Paul got jumped but won the fight, but... Oh god, how is that his fault? That's not his fault.
Is there anything I've forgotten? Once I leave this floor, I probably won't be able to come back.
Is there anything else I've forgotten? I mean, I've been pretty consistent. I did the rooms, did 506, nice and clean. Did 507. 509. I threw away an awful lot of incriminating evidence. I'm just a silly little maid. I don't know what's evidence and what's trash. How could I have possibly known?
Hello? Is anyone in? Hello?
Okay.
I
don't think I can do
I
anything
need
with
help.
those. Hey, look, man. I would play up the silly little woman stereotype that they have so bad at this point. Like, I would just really just go with it. This is like, yep, I don't know what you're talking. How? Okay. I'm just not very smart. That's all.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Phone. I need a phone.
Oh my gosh. That definitely went places I wasn't really expecting. Poor Hector. But don't jump unknown people. Don't do it. If you don't know who a person is or anything about them, I mean, you probably shouldn't jump people anyway, but don't approach people violently because you don't know who they are. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know what they're capable of. You might be angry because you think your wife is having an affair or whatever, but like, yeah, you have no idea. You don't know. Man, it's dark in here.
Where is everyone?
Where? Hello? Hello? Where'd they all go?
Montreal Police Service, Station 22.
There's a man dead. He's been murdered. I need the police.
Please stay calm, ma'am. Where are you right now?
The lobby, but the body, it's upstairs.
Can you give me the address, please?
Oh, 1178 Drummond Street.
All right, ma'am. Officers are on their way.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh. Huh.
Now I just have to wait for the police.
Okay, but where is everybody?
Why does the VIP want to meet with Paul? Maybe he fell for his role playing and wants to hire him as a private investigator.
Huh.
Bernard really wants Paul out of the hotel.
Following people around, spying on guests, etc. As you're all aware, we have a very prestigious guest in room 602, and I'd hate for us to stay at a... Oh, gosh. The thing is, I think Paul might have gotten just completely lost in the role. Like I said, the things like that with severe PTSD, they can really fuck with your head. And not only was he dealing with the PTSD, the 10 years in the hospital, he couldn't get a proper job, the man he loved is dead. I mean, oh, it's not good.
So Anne and Marcella really are planning to run off together. Was what happened to Hector part of their plan?
I don't know if I should throw that out. I know it's evidence, but like at the same time, we opened that mail, so it's probably best that I don't mess with any of that. And I mean, it doesn't prove a whole lot. So I plus they paid for those tickets. I don't want to.
Oh, hey you. Great timing, right? I'm thinking if we're lucky, Bernard will let us go home. No point in working in the dark.
Or
Sophie?
um.
You're not scared of the dark, are you? Hey, is everything okay?
I found Mr. Cruz. Hector.
Oh, you did? What was the bloke up to?
Being dead.
I don't understand. I found his body. He's dead. But
Oh, merde. Merde. Sit down, okay? You look like you're about to faint.
Just a wee bit. She did find a dead body. And unknowingly used the probable murder weapon to pick a lock.
Have you called the police?
yeah, they're on their way.
What happened? Was there an accident?
No, I don't think so. Someone did this to him.
You mean... Merde. Do you think it could have been Anne and Marcella?
I don't. I'm not convinced that this was actually a plan. I know it can look like that. But it does seem like Hector thought that there was something going on between Paul and Marcella. And if what Paul says is true, then Hector already assaulted him once. Oh, hey, look at that. Baby's second spam in my chat room. Yes, definitely. Let me get myself some bots for viewers. Fuck off.
What about Paul? He and Hector were caught fighting.
The cops will want to talk to you. Know what you've seen. You need to be careful about what you tell them.
No kidding.
If word of Anne and Marcella's affair gets out, they may put a label on them that will really hurt them. It might not even matter in the end if they did it or not.
What are you saying?
It's just... cops like to go after people who are different. People like Anne, like Marcella,
Yeah.
like me. You know, I was barely 20 when I was shoved into a
Jesus.
police car for just hanging out with people who made me feel like I wasn't so messed up after all.
What? Where did that happen?
At the White Cat. It's supposed to be a safe space, but it gets raided by cops every now and then. I know Anne was caught at least once too.
Wait, you know her?
Yeah, that's how I knew the answer to the riddle. I've never talked to her, but I've seen her a few times. Marcella and her, they're just like me.
Thank you. Thank you for trusting me with this.
Maybe now you can understand why I care so much about you. I don't know if I'm feeling inspired by Anne and Marcella, or if it's the shock of being so close to an actual murder, but I'd really like for us to be more than just friends, Sophie.
I mean, as inappropriate as the timing is, I'm going for it.
Yeah. I'd like
Let's go.
That's great. The police is here. Just be mindful of what you tell them, okay?
Oh, don't worry. I've already been throwing out evidence left and right. I still think I should have maybe gotten rid of the letters between Anne and Marcella, but... Oh, God. Oh...
Miss Roy? Miss Roy? Miss Roy,
Oh, sorry. I was distracted.
I really need you to focus right now. I don't want to be here all night, and I'm sure you don't either.
Oh, God.
No, I don't.
So, as I was saying, we're trying to ascertain the circumstances of Mr. Cruz's death. Can you tell me how you came to find the body?
I was cleaning room 509 when I heard the elevator bell ring. Again and again and again. I thought maybe a child was playing with the doors. So I went out in the corridor, and that's when I saw him. All the blood and...
Why was the elevator bell ringing?
I'm sorry.
You said you heard the elevator bell ring. Why was it ringing? I assume
No, it was a body! I don't understand what lying here would even do. So...
Well, Mr. Cruz's body was preventing the doors from closing.
Really? When we found the body, it wasn't that close to the doors.
Sir, how do you think I got downstairs?
The renovations, so the elevator's the only way out of the 5th floor. I had no choice but to move the body. Just a little.
Ah, so that explains the traces we found. Thank you for clearing that up. So, what did you do after that?
Well, that's when the power cut. So I had to go to the janitor's closet.
To access the fuse box.
Exactly.
Hmm.
I changed a few fuses and turned the power back on.
But there's a lock on that box, isn't there? Did you have the key?
Not gonna say I used...
No, I didn't. Only Eugene does. But the box wasn't locked.
Isn't that unusual?
Well, maybe Eugene forgot to lock it last time he used it.
Or maybe someone tampered with it. Did you go near the ice machine at any point today?
I don't know what to say! I didn't say I used the ice pick! I get... Oh, fuck.
Yes, I did. To get an ice pick.
An ice pick? What did you need it for?
Oh, right. I was confused before.
Crap.
The fuse box was locked. That's why I needed the ice pick. To open it.
Miss Roy, you do realize this isn't
God
the
damn
time
it.
or place to be confusing details, don't you? Apart from the ice pick, did you touch anything near the ice machine?
Nope.
No, nothing.
That's weird. It sure looks like someone poked around the crime scene. Oh well. We'll know more once the fingerprint analysis comes in, won't we? So, what did you do after restoring the power?
Oh, fuck my life.
took the elevator down to the lobby. That's where I called the police.
Do you remember what you said to the operator? The exact words.
No, I'm afraid I don't.
You said there's a man dead. He's been murdered.
That's possible.
What makes you so sure it was murder?
I mean, it was just an assumption. Nothing in the snooping around actually says that he was murdered. She just saw, I mean, realistically, let's be honest. You see a man, you see all that blood. That's not a bad assumption to make.
I just assumed.
Like, realistically.
All the blood.
I'm afraid I don't believe that, Miss Roy. It's more than an assumption, isn't it?
I'm not sure I understand what you...
I know you like going through your guests' personal belongings. But we found pictures of
Fuck!
you
I should have gotten rid of those fucking stupid pictures.
Now, unless you want me to arrest you for violating your guests' privacy, I suggest you tell me everything you know.
All right.
Let's start with the victim's wife, Marcella Cruz.
God
Apparently,
damn
she
it!
left in quite a hurry this morning. What can you tell me about her?
No, I'm not.
I don't really know anything. She just looks like a loving, caring wife.
Really? That's odd, because we learned a lot about Mrs. Cruz when we went through her room. And let's just say that loving, caring wife...
Oh, I
is
should have
not
thrown
the
out
first words that
everything.
come to mind.
Everything.
She's a lesbian. involved in some sordid affair with the
Fuck.
guest from room 507, Mrs. Beaumont. Have you ever witnessed them engaging in immoral behavior?
What
No!
do you mean?
I'm asking if you've seen them being, intimate.
No, I haven't. No.
And did you hear them discuss their deviant ways in front of Mrs. Beaumont's
Oh my
son,
god, I
perhaps?
want to punch this man.
Imagine what kind of effect such perversion can have on a young child.
Oh,
No,
shut
I
up!
didn't hear anything.
Did you hear them express their hatred of men?
No!
Did they ever talk about using violence against men?
No!
Did you hear them speak ill of Mr. Cruz?
Also, no! Take a stand or deny? What does that even mean? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. What am I taking a stand about?
No, I didn't hear any of that. I'm sorry I can't be of more help.
No, I'm sure you are. But we're not quite done yet.
Oh, I hate
Miss
him.
Roy. We've learned from one of your colleagues that the victim had a fight with a guest named Mr. Spade. What can you tell me about him?
Fuck. If I lie too much, this is not gonna go well for me. Fuck.
He spent some time in a psychiatric hospital after the war. That's when he got into Mrs. Cruz's novels. And they really helped him.
Yes, I already know about his time in a madhouse. We called the place and they painted quite the picture of him. Did you ever see him display odd behavior in or around the hotel?
No. I mean, we've all got our little quirks, don't we?
Did he seem obsessed with Mrs. Cruz?
A little, maybe, but
Obsessed enough to kill her husband?
no, nothing like that. We all have our obsessions. Me, for instance. I'm obsessed with celebrities and gossip magazines, and
You don't seem to understand, Miss Roy. Mr. Spade is not like you and me. He may look like us, but he's not. He's dangerous and needs to be taken off the streets.
Oh, you want to talk?
So tell
You're a cop.
Did you ever see him be violent or aggressive?
Again, I don't know what take a stand means here. And no, I didn't.
No, I didn't.
I'm sorry, Miss Roy, but I just don't believe you.
Yeah, but you
I
wouldn't
think
believe
you're
anything
more
I
than
said, you bigot.
Can I please leave?
You can. But you'd better stay in town. I'm sure I'll have more questions.
Guess we know where the horror part of the game comes in. Everybody, leave town! 50s authorities. Not exactly better now.
Usually chipper on the phone. That can't be a good sign. I guess I'll know soon enough. Let's go see what Bernard wants.
Oh, I'm being
Atmosphere is
fired.
So different in here. Will it ever feel? It'll probably be a while before the hotel reopens.
I mean, you say less painting of people as a societal threat, but, sweetie, have you seen some of the things cops in America do? Just saying.
Ugh, go to hell.
Beth,
Hey,
are you okay?
I'm out of a job. But other than that, yeah, everything's just peachy.
What? No,
I hope you're luckier than I am. Come join me when he's done with you, alright? I'll be questioning my life choices on
Honestly,
yeah.
it's best we get fired before this place falls down on our heads anyway. And honestly, I'd rather be fired
Ah, Miss Roy.
than, well,
Come in. I suppose you know why you're here?
No, actually.
I'm not sure, actually. Your phone call was a bit vague.
Yes, well, I prefer to have this conversation in person. We've been getting a lot of press lately, and not the good kind. I wouldn't expect you to understand the position I'm in, but I assure you, it's quite uncommon to have one's life's work blown away like that. All thanks to some sexual deviance and a nut job. Tuh. It's obvious to me now that I haven't been firm enough. For guests of such morals to be comfortable booking a few nights here and committing such a horrid act. Now, things need to change. This means elevating our standards to the highest possible level, and it starts with the people working here. It starts with you.
With me?
Yes. From what I've heard,
That's my
you've
world's
been
tiniest
quite the
violin.
exemplary maid lately. Clean rooms, satisfied guests.
I take my job very seriously, sir.
As you should. I had planned to give this month's Employee of the Month title to Wendy, but since she's
Is this
no
a
longer
joke?
with us, I'm thinking of giving it to you instead.
Really?
You should know it comes with the responsibility of being a glowing example for other staff members to follow. Is this something you believe you can do?
Oh no. If it comes with a reward, yes, or I don't think I can. What do I even do? It's like, wait, I tidied everything so nicely that now I'm beginning. You know what? Oh, yeah, I was just thinking exactly that. I'm taking this man's money.
Would it come with a reward?
I see you're a pragmatist. Yes, it would.
Okay. Then
I'm taking his money.
Good. I expect you to be here on Monday, first thing in the morning. There's a lot of work to be done before the reopening.
Yes, I need the money so I can save
No,
up
no.
to buy a farm with my lesbian girlfriend. Mm. Who hopefully won't be mad at me for staying,
Hey,
taking his money.
Hey,
what a week.
yeah. So, what did Bernard want with you?
He offered me the Employee of the Month title.
Good for you, Bean. A shame I won't get to be there when you receive your reward.
I'm so sorry.
Hey, it's not your fault.
I know, but it's so unfair that I get rewarded while you lose your job.
Don't feel bad about it. You deserve it more than I do.
Did Bernard say why he was firing you?
Ugh. He was going on and on about keeping deviants out of the hotel, so I may have lost my cool a little.
I can't blame her.
I told him I was one of those deviants he was so afraid of. He froze for a moment, then showed
She's a
me
brave, brave woman.
So, what's next for you?
I think I'm done working under Bernard's or Linda's. Maybe it's time I become my own Bernard. Minus the fascism, of course.
Yeah.
I could see myself owning my own establishment. One that
Ooh,
caters
I
to
like
the
it.
right kind of crowd. Believe it or not, I do enjoy the company of people. Just not, stuck up entitled clientele of this prestigious hotel.
Fair.
But maybe if I were behind the counter of, say, a bar instead of a reception desk. I don't know. Is that silly?
No, it's not. In fact, you'd be perfect for it. You're the most charming person I know.
Thank you. I'm really glad you're in my life.
Me too.
Oh, you know I have to.
Can I?
Kiss me?
Yes.
I thought you'd never ask.
Suck it, Bernard.
That was...
I know.
I'm gonna work at this hotel and give all the money you give me to my lesbian girlfriend for her lesbian bar. Yep. That's what I'm gonna do.
I've been thinking about Anna and Marcella a lot.
Should I be jealous?
No, not in that way. I've been thinking about what they went through. How they had to lie and pretend. Day after day. How they had to live someone else's life for 10 years before they could finally be with each other. I don't think I could do that.
Well, I have good news for you, Bean. Times are changing. It's already started elsewhere. And it will get here, eventually.
Eventually.
One day, all the Anns and Marcellas of the world will live happily together, and no one will give a damn.
That last part's
I
been
really
tricky.
hope that's true.
It will be.
The miserable fact of the matter is we don't have a full picture of what actually went down with the death. We genuinely don't. Nothing in our snooping around is enough to actually say for sure. Damn it! Basically, you have to throw away everything related to his psychiatry and their relationship, I think, to save them from this. Because this wasn't about what the evidence truly said. It was about bigotry. And that's the thing. This is an unfortunate reality of our world that has happened many times. That people have had bad endings simply because of who they were born as. And, well, the rich fat cats get what they want. I think what's really important with this story is to just understand that it took so little actual anything to get these people convicted of this crime. We have no idea truly what went down. We don't know. It could have very well be that Hector attacked first. But that didn't matter to the police because that's not what they were seeing. And I think part of the biggest irony too is that part of the reason that Paul was who he was, what happened to him, how he even ended up in that situation, was because of people exactly like that. People who were warped by their bigotry, who hated so much that they started an entire world war because of it. So this isn't so much, ooh, big jump scare horror, blah, blah, blah. This is sort of a type of psychological horror, but not everybody's crazy. It was, here's these things that are true to real life. Here's what happens. Think about this. Think about the fact that not even that long ago, and still in some places in the world, this sort of thing can happen. And I like that. A lot of horror is not that thoughtful anymore. A lot of games are not that thoughtful anymore. And I'm sure there's people running around screaming about the woke agenda, whatever. Everything they don't like is woke. But this was a story and that dealt with people's lives. Our lives are not about woke or not woke. We exist. And we deserve to exist. And we do deserve to exist without people hating us for who we are. It would probably be very easy to just decide, oh, well, they killed him, blah, blah, blah. But I just don't think that is necessarily what you should think. I think this game is trying to ask you to think a little bit more about what could have happened here and how. There's so much hatred from some of these characters. Bernard going on about deviance. And people like that, people who are queer, people who are disabled, people of color, have dealt with a lot of violence against them. And when they have stood up for themselves, they have just been met with more violence and with unfairness. And I guess maybe that seems a little bit deep for talking about a horror game, but I like that it made me think about these things. Not that I don't think about these things, but that it acknowledged their reality. And I think it made for a really interesting horror topic over, you know, just, oh, there's a monster, or, oh, this guy's crazy, or any of those things, I guess is what I'm saying. So while it wasn't a super scary game, I think it was still really good horror from that angle. I don't know if that makes a lot of sense, but that's how I felt about it. And now that I've just sat on a soapbox for like 5 minutes straight, that will be, I think, the end of the stream, and I'll see what spooky horror I'm playing next. Probably something a little more traditional in terms of, like, you know, could be jump scares, that kind of thing. But, yeah, that will be next time. So, until then, and my audience member of 1, plus the weird spam bots that are started showing up, I guess I should be proud. They've acknowledged my existence. It's time for me to call it quits.